Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So lately there are many argument and debate in the Wing Chun Kin forum on force flow. Many try to make legitimate use of the term force flow to name whatever they like to name. And I do not support that, because the reason why I share the force flow openly to all Wing Chuners is hope that every Wing Chuner be able to have force flow. It is an educational process, educational platform for every Wing Chuners. And that has to have quality. We cannot and must not accept to call something force flow which is not it is. Okay. The reason why I like the Western university education type of the system is that if one pass a class, then one pass a class. If one fail the class, then one fail the class. Disregard of who's one's parent, be it the presidents of the country or whoever. If one fail, one fail. Okay? So if it is force flow, it is force flow. If it's not force flow, then it is not force flow. That's simple. Okay? So of course, many people don't like it. And however, the positions I maintain is we need to have a quality standard instead of let people just running wild to call whatever they want forceful. So today I'd like to share with you more on forceful, so you'll be able to know more about it and be able to develop it. I do not want 1 cent of royalty from you on forceful. And I do not intend to monopolize or patent or copyright, even though all my works on forceful have timestamp in the YouTube and other documents. Okay? Because this is about education, it's about everybody. And we need to be public-minded instead of just trying to be a grandmaster or to make benefit on whatever or jump on the wagon, try to get self-benefit and so forth. Okay. So let's talk about force flow. Force flow, if we analogize it as a cheesecake, okay, cheesecake. Then the cheesecake have the ingredient of eggs, chocolate, and cream cheese. And then it has to be baked, say, in 350 degrees. Okay? So that's cheesecake. Whoever make the cheesecake knows this, and it tastes this way, and that's cheesecake. And if we talk about white rice, white steamed rice, then you have the rice and you steam and with the water. Okay? So cheesecake and white steamed rice is different story. Okay? Now, if the person who have the white steamed rice keeping want to use the cheesecake term to call their white steamed rice, then we know a few things. The first, they do not understand the difference of ingredients, the difference between the chocolate and the white rice, the eggs and the white rice, and the cream cheese with the white rice. And also they do not understand and do not know the difference between baking and steam. Okay? And today, in the forum argument, you can find many people who try to make the force flow term claiming that I do not own the copyright or whatever on the force flow term which is I coined, so that they can use it on whatever they want to use it. Such as in this case, they like to call their white rice cheesecake. Okay? The minute when people are saying that, we know right away they don't understand what's going on cheesecake. Okay? So that is one of the issues, because in Wing Chun's history of the past few decades, there is one thing what they call the I have it too behavior. No matter what other people say, one will say, well, I have that too. My Sifu teach me too. My Si Heng teach me too. My Si Gong teach me too. Whole bunch of stuff. Okay? Because there are many believe that if anybody can drop a big name, then they can use that big name to override the law of physics or the law of human mechanics. So in this case, one need to know the ingredient of the cheesecakes and how to make the cheesecake by baking. There's not white rice and there is never steaming. So saying that, let's get into force flow. I want to share with you the following. So here on, you are really clear, okay? And whoever can do that, then they have the force flow. But whoever don't have this, they don't know it, they don't have it. And even the guy who want to argue about if his Sifu teach him, his Sigong teach him, or which grandmaster teach him, if they do not have this type of process, equivalent. Notice here I say equivalent. You don't have to be 100% the same with mine, but at least that it has to cover this. It's just like a cheesecake. You have the chocolate, you have the cream cheese, and you have the eggs, and you're baking. Then you can call it first flow. Otherwise, it is nonsense. Okay? So there are 5 steps in the process of developing force flow. And this 5 steps is a creation of mind based on study of the common denominator of the ancient Chinese art, using today's scientific and systematic way or engineering way to describe how to realize or implement or develop the force flow. Okay? Nobody have this before. Okay, let's face it. And I do not want to patent or copyright this process. I want to give it to all Wing Chuners, so all Wing Chuners know exactly what it is and be able to develop it. Okay? So the 5-step process, the first step is it has to satisfy biomechanics. That is why one need to develop the muscle tendon group from the head down to the heel. Okay? Or in the Chinese, they call it the bladder tendon muscle group here. Okay? This is need to be satisfied and developed and conditions. Okay? Because this has to happen, the muscle tendon group, in order to handle the force flow up and down. Okay, so this part, and you know that even though this is the part of the muscle tendon group, it linked to the arm, the handling of the arm. Okay, so you have this major, and that's a must. Okay. Again, if you're keeping doing the iYikKam like normal, clamping this and holding that, you're not going to train this. We know it. This is human biomechanics. Okay? Never those things get fully integrate this. Okay? That's why I propose doing air squat. Okay? To understand and to experience, aware of this part, and know how to handle this tendon muscle group, and in terms how to handle the 7 bones and the spine naturally that come with it. Okay, so that is the first step of the process. The second step process is one need to have a full body breathing. Okay, because if our breathing stuck, be in the lower abs or in the chest area or anywhere, okay, in the lower ab anywhere, the whole thing was stuck. And that can be identified by the movement of the diaphragm inside. Okay, with improper breathing, that diaphragm is not going to move properly, and thus it will not be able to have a natural full diaphragmatic breathing because the diaphragm is stuck. So again, usually if we do the iYikKam Myanmar as usual, clamping here and clamping there and try to stop breathing or prolong breathing, it causes this thing to stuck, the diaphragm to stuck. Okay, and the second step is the breathing. The third step, because the biomechanics develop, which is from the first step, the second step, the breathing of the full body breathing, as the Chinese call it, develop, the body become really light and be able to sense. Okay, and it is that time the qi flow surface. And the qi flow surface, one need to follow the directions of the qi channel flow, which is, they say, yin rise, yang xing. So once one develop that, follow that, the body will get even more smooth and light, because any movement, if one is reverse the flow of the qi channel, that cause stagnations in the body, and the body become clumsy and not that sensitive. It just kind of stuck here, stuck there. So that's why the third process need to make sure that the body in terms of the qi flow is smooth. So if you recap, step number 1, the biomechanics, step number 2, the breathing, step number 3 is the qi channel flow. This is to make sure all the pathway of the body for handling the force flow is clear and present, nothing stuck there. Okay, it is like for example in the train, railway, everything is free. Okay, there's nothing stuck there in the railway or tracks. Okay, that's the first 3. The fourth step is to be aware of the action and reaction force of every part of the body. Because, say for example, I make a fist here. When I generate the strength here with my muscle and so forth, there's an action reaction force inside there. I must be able to sense it and know where it is. Otherwise, I cannot play to sequence or to time this thing, this force flow, this force in the body, so it becomes a flow. Okay, so you need to know the action reaction force. That's the fourth step. The fifth step is, once one be able to know the action reaction force, one be able to use one's mind, intention or visualizations to sequence or time the actions of the force within the body. Okay, so this 5-step is the basic 5-step process to development of the force flow. Okay, and this is, if you notice, is no longer saying, oh, you just do song you pay attention to your bow or sixth harmony and internal art, and naturally you will get forceful. No, we don't do those. We do solid engineering, scientific and systematic way to get there on the forceful. And none people get this clear, okay? If people like to challenge me on that, show me any piece of work, artwork, which have this 5 process clearly described as what I did here, okay? You know, anything can be made public. This is a democratic world, okay? So this is to share with you all on forceful. And let's stop calling a white steamed rice as cheesecake. Stop try to drop somebody's grandmaster name, try to override the 5-step process or scientific systematic way I describe this thing based on 613.3. If one not be able to describe things in details clearly as what I do here, we know it's like making cheesecake. If you don't know about chocolate, the eggs and the cream cheese and the baking, no way you will make chocolate. Okay, and this is equal to everybody. Okay, so finally, I like to say again, having developed force flow doesn't mean that you are the best fighter. And I present this force flow doesn't mean that I own it, or I am the grandmaster, or I monopolize all these things. In fact, I intend this as a clear, defined with a quality control standard educational platform, so every of our Wing Chunner brothers and sisters be able to develop it. Okay, so this is sharing for you today.